Each year, Apple launches the iPhone at a mega event, usually in September. That's why we call it Techtember. But you've seen all of that. Fast forward to October, and often we see iPads being launched and other devices, and we get a press release or something in our mailbox. Now I can tell you on Tech Today we have mail. I've been using the iPad Air with a Magic Keyboard for the last couple of years as my daily driver, my personal device, and it does all my jobs and my tasks very, very effectively. But now maybe it's time for a replacement? Oh, that was quick. Thank you. Has this come all the way from Cupertino? Well, we'll have to unbox it and find out whether this is the mighty replacement with the mighty M2. There you go, the iPad Pro with the mighty M2 chip. Not like the M1 iPad Pro was not overpowered. That was well ahead of its time. In fact, it's well ahead of other Windows laptops and even some of their iPads and of course Android tablets. I'm sure if you take this on many Geekbench scores, this will perform as well, but this is much faster than the M1. So that really begs the question, who is this for? Is this for the enthusiasts? Yes, it is. Is this for creators who want that ultra-level experience? Yes, it is. But is it for someone who already has an iPad Pro? Spoiler alert, it's not. And I'll tell you why it is and why it isn't the right device for you in this review. Now, of course, this is the latest and greatest from Apple, and I see a lot of reviewers, especially online, getting completely awestruck by the iPad Pro 12.9-inch with XDR. But there's also a younger sibling, which is a lot more accessible and affordable for a lot more people, which is the 11-inch iPad Pro. Now, I don't have the 11-inch iPad Pro, but I do have my 11-inch iPad Air. And just to give you a sense of size, that's the difference in terms of size. Of course, you do get the ProMotion technology on both devices, the iPad Pro 11-inch and the iPad Pro 12.9-inch. That means 120Hz with that ProMotion display, but you don't get the same punchier colors that you get on this, because this is meant, I think, for creators and video editors to get the punchiest, most vivid colors ever on a tablet. Honestly, I can see myself doing a lot of video editing on this device because it's built for creators like me. Video editing is not just going to come on iMovie or LumaFusion, which is an app that a lot of iPad users have used over the years. DaVinci Resolve is coming to the iPad. No FCP. We've all been waiting for Final Cut Pro, which is a big app. You have Adobe apps as well, but you're getting DaVinci Resolve, which might be a game changer given the display and the capabilities that M2 comes with for editing and for creators. Now, you've seen me, I love gaming on my PlayStation. And if you are to press these two buttons on your PlayStation remote or even your Xbox remote or any controller, and Bluetooth is on your iPad, then you can always connect it and play all sorts of games. I was playing Asphalt and FIFA, and it's a lot of fun. Look, this display and this chip deserve a good gaming experience. So all you need to do is get a good third-party controller and perhaps set this up on a stand and enjoy the true potential of an M2 chip. And you know what they say, you never know what you've got until it's gone or until something new comes about. Stage Manager is perhaps the next big update that Apple's working on. But the split view on iPad, where you could just essentially drag screens and put them on either end, when it came then, we were looking or hoping for something more like Stage Manager. Now that you have Stage Manager and it's not that pleasing, I'm very happy with split view. I've gotten used to that sort of workflow over the past year and it gets the job done. With the Apple Pencil, this one, second generation, I think this is the true game changer when Hover can be used for other sort of functionalities, maybe for illustrators, for designers. This is where all the magic will happen. So as I was showing you, this Hover feature works even up to 12 mm away, and automatically, as soon as you bring the pencil close to the icon, it already lights up. It predicts what you're trying to do. I think this is a very cool thing, but maybe this can be seen, like I said, in other models as well. This is not something that should be restricted to the M2. It's something that Apple should give us with all our touchscreen devices. Now, something I have to mention is if you're using this for video calling. Now, if you're on a FaceTime call, for instance, I'm doing this call right now, and if I was to hit a new FaceTime, This is still a problem with the expensive iPads, and it's not strangely a problem anymore with the new inexpensive iPad, the standard one. The standard iPad now has a camera right here, and so when I'm on a video call or I'm trying to do a link on TV, I'm looking straight into the camera and I don't look, well, cross-eyed or cock-eyed. Over here, unfortunately, when I'm looking at the camera, I'd not be looking at the person on the screen. So it'll always be weird and I'll never ever be looking directly at the person. It's a little strange, but you got to get used to it as an iPad. If you use it this way and it's too big to be using as a phone, then it's all right. But again, if you're looking at yourself over here, there are a few problems. Now the front 12 megapixel camera is a stellar camera. It does a fantastic job. It has center stage functionality. At the back, of course, you can shoot ProRes video now, but do you use your iPad to shoot ProRes video? I don't know. It does come with a LiDAR scanner, which means that if you're using this for modeling and design, of course, the iPad Pro can still do all of that. And of course, at the back, it has a 12 megapixel wide angle camera and a 10 megapixel ultra wide angle sensor along with that LiDAR scanner. So what's the bottom line with the iPad Pro M2? Look, this is the 12.9-inch version, and I'll give you the verdict. But then again, you also have the 11-inch version, which starts at around 82,000 rupees for its base model. Now, if you're looking at the base variant of the 12.9-inch iPad Pro M2, it's going to cost you 1,13,000 rupees or something thereabout. But that comes only with 128 GB of memory, which if you're using all these fancy features would wrap up in no time. So either you purchase iCloud storage, which costs you quite a bit every month, or you go in for the slightly higher variant. Now the higher variants, of course, come in 256 GB, 512 GB, 1 terabyte, and then all the way up to the 2 terabyte option of the iPad Pro M2. That one, unfortunately, costs you over 2,23,000 rupees just for this tablet. So all in all, if you're an Apple fanboy, there's different levels of how much of a fanboy you are, how you balance luxury and pragmatism, being practical as well. If you want, well, an affordable option, then consider the 11-inch iPad Air or iPad Pro, M1 or M2. They're all great devices for your basic usage, a lot better than the standard iPads. If you want to shell out the big bucks, then this is the new iPad Pro. But if you're going to spend so much money on a device that you're going to use for every laptop need that you have, then honestly, the new MacBook Air and the MacBook Pros with M2, same chip, do a very good job. They're also very compact and they come in good colors. They're good to use. They really pass all benchmark scores with flying colors. But these are Apple's own lineup of devices fighting with each other. It really depends on whether you want iPadOS or macOS. If you're okay with iPadOS or if it adds into your ecosystem, then this is the new M2 iPad Pro exclusively for you on Tech Today.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.